you sound, who you are, what you are. You have to place a value on your life. Unless you do that, people are not gonna know the value that you carry. Hello, welcome to Motivation Monday, my space where I get to keep it real, unedited. I speak from the heart. What do I want to speak about this particular Monday? Well, I want to talk about the voice. I want to talk about your voice. What do you do with your voice? What can you do with your voice? How can you use your voice? When should you use your voice? Who with and where? So these are issues that really bothered me in the last kind of week, few days, just how much injustice there is in society and how also leaders seem to be letting down, the citizens on like a daily basis. There just seems to be so much lawlessness around, society. And I'm just asking daily, how much longer? When are we really meant to use our voices? When will you use your voice to call out evil? Now, I have a legal background, or I'm from a legal background, so I'm a natural activist. And so I found that I was just being hit with one circumstance of injustice or the other. And what do I mean by this? Just someone feeling that they can disrespect, others and just speak out of tone. And these are people that are elected to serve the people, and yet they are oppressing the people by the way they speak, the way they act, and that's just not acceptable, And on the other hand, also, I had to, face so many situations where, ordinary folk, citizens like others, are being treated so badly just because they're poor or because they haven't got anyone to speak for them. So part of our organization, Justice League, an expression of what I do called Justice League. I'm in the advocacy, as you would imagine, department in Justice League. Now, Justice League about 2 weeks ago, or less than 2 weeks ago, was able to free up 35 inmates, prison inmates, from the work that we do with prisons. So we were able to free up 35 inmates from Nigerian prisons, precisely Lagos, by our community, the putting together some money, representation. We have some kind lawyers who represent pro bono, and we were able to have 35 prisoners set free. Now that's remarkable to me. Within that group of 35, there are people who have done their term but haven't even got the money to pay the fine to go home. There are people who are in jail and they have spent time waiting to be taken to court, and so in the process of waiting to be brought before a judge, brought before a magistrate, taken to court, they have served out the maximum sentence that could be given to that offense, alleged offense. So can you imagine if a person committed an offense that is punishable by 3 years, they may have been there for 5 years waiting to be brought to court. That's not acceptable. So my challenge to you is, when are you going to use your voice to call out evil? When are you going to, and how are you going to, and with who? Now, a major advice I have to give to any and every advocate for good and advocate against evil. The advice I would give to us, and I'm saying that these are key principles at work, humility. There has to be that humility where you are not seeing yourself right now as Robin Hood, or you're seeing yourself as some Messiah, who has all the answers. No, you have to work with wickedness in a very, very humble way, believe it or not. It's like a paradox. But you have to be humble, you have to be focused, and you have to be resilient in the problem that you're trying to solve, in the voiceless that you're going to be speaking for, and just, in the right things that you're supposed to be doing. There is so much injustice in society. Society is lacking of, ethical standards, moral standards. People are happy suppressing and oppressing one another. The animalistic way that these oppressors operate has just been a real challenge for me, and I thought today that I'm going to speak this so that I can motivate someone that the very least you can do is to become an advocate for that one thing, okay, that you see is wrong with society. Often we want to do everything, but if you can locate that one thing and that becomes something that you put your voice to, I think you're going to find a lot of personal release and personal, what's the word now? You're going to feel, a sense of not just victory. So, for argument's sake, I'm going to use that, but a sense of fulfillment and a sense of contentment, that even what you have had to channel to causes that are really dear to your heart. What am I saying here? If there is a cause, anything that aches you, then there is, more than likely, there is a world system God wants to open you to, so that you are part of making the money that finances your voice, okay, and your voice, is located in a place where you can regularly call out evil. So I hope this has been helpful, and that you can start right now using your voice and using your platform to speak against, not rudely, but in that spirit of humility, like I said, being focused on the assignment and developing strategy to ensure that you are truly a voice to the voiceless. Until next Monday, have a good think about this one. It's really different from others that we've been doing, but that's what my week was like, and that's what my heart is like. I believe in human. I believe in humans. I believe in people. I believe in holding the people of God by the hand and crossing them over roads. So I teach a lot on transition, and you find that a lot of people lose their voice when there's been a root shock, and then they start to develop. So until then, please remember, lend your voice to something happening in society that is so wrong. Don't go out on your own, though. There are others carrying exactly the same mission as yourself in their hearts. So you don't have to go on your own. They did not go on their own in the new creation. They went as teams. So God bless you right there.